Hello everyone, this is Mike Dunn 878. I got a match for you here. It's grab bag, and actually added a little intro there. It's kind of bad, but you know, it's my first intro, so whatever. Anyway, I'll get into the match here. He leads with Magneton, I lead with Mew. I go for the Will-O-Wisp just because I want damage in this thing, and he went for the role play. I guess he thought he was faster than me or something, but I think he only has like 50 base speed and I have 100, so even if he was max speed, I don't think he'd yield speed. So anyway, I sent in my my Watson here, which is my Eviolite Electabuzz, just to take any special hit, but he actually sets up the Reflect, and then sends in his Mekong, which is his Wish Cache. And at this point, you know, he's just gonna start trying to set up a Dragon Dance sweep. Pretty straightforward if you've seen a Wish Cache before. Anyway, he Dragon Dances as they're bringing Mew, and I know even after a Dragon Dance, Mew will be able to take pretty much any hit he dishes out, because I know he has a bulkier set, rather than just, you know, max attack and speed. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp just to burn it and cripple it, but he has the Lumberry. I kinda thought he might, but either way, it's good to get rid of the Lumberry early. He's gonna withdraw his Mekong now, because he doesn't want it to get burned early on. He sends in his Ninetales to take the second Will-O-Wisp. And I'm gonna stay in here just because I want to get a Thunder Wave off in his Ninetales. And he went for the Energy Ball. I guess he predicted my switch into something to resist his fire attack, but didn't really work out well for him. And he told me he actually has Safeguard on his Ninetales too, so it's too bad he didn't go for it. It would have saved him a lot of hassle. So I'm just gonna roost at this point just because I want my HP back. And even he hits me with a fire attack, it probably won't KO. But he actually misses, so I go for another Thunder Wave, assuming he'd switch. But he doesn't, he does a Will-O-Wisp me, assuming I'd switch. So there's a lot of, you know, failed predictions here. I go for the Heal Bell because I don't want to be burned. And he goes for the Fire Blast. And I'm pretty sure it does a big chunk. Yeah, it does a pretty good amount, considering the fact that he's bulky. And here he brings in his GLaDOS, and it gets the download for its special attack, and I went for another Roost, banking out his Fire Blast Mist. And I know what this thing's gonna do. It's just gonna nasty plot in my face, so I'm at least gonna, you know, Thunder Wave it so that I can bring in Cobalion later on and one hit KO it with what you call it, Sacred Sword. I also have a Simisage of Brick Break, so I doubt I could one-hit KO this thing, so I'd have to get residual damage on it first of some sort. It's just where Watson comes in. Bring in Watson to take the +2 Dark Pulse. And go for the Signal Beam. And that's not going to do anything, obviously, but I just want to get some damage on it so I can KO it with something else. Because it's paralyzed, so you know it's easily going to be KO'd by something else. I bring in Cobalion here to Sacred Sword it. I guess he assumed I'd go for the Iron Head and switch to Ninetales, but I just went for the Sacred Sword just to be safe. And that does a lot to Ninetales. He had a Jaboka Berry randomly, which does 10% of the damage that I did to him when he's hit by my attack. So I go for the Volt Switch here, assuming that I'd KO it, but it's a bulky one, so I'm not going to be able to KO it. So I see that, and I switch to Scrafty anyway, just to take any special hit he can dish out. And even though that's a Fire Blast, it's still not going to do a lot. In my red card, drags out a Sceptile, which isn't great for Scrappy, because they commonly carry Focus Blast. But he Toxics me, and I just go for the Crunch, and I get to Defense Drop, so that then he has a White Herb, and that restores his Defense Drop, which is really random, but he has Leaf Storm as well, so I guess it's not that random. Now I went to Bulk Up here, because I didn't think that he'd attack me. I thought he'd switch. So at this point, you know, I'm just easily being able to be KO'd. He should have went for another Leaf Storm, but he switches to his Hitmontop, I guess. Maybe he wanted to set up the Bulk Ups with this thing early, because you see later on it has the Bulk Up. So I switch in my Mew, take the whatever he was gonna do. Wait, no I don't. No, he KO'd me, and then I switched into Mew, I think. Anyway, I burned it with Mew, and now I'm just gonna switch in Stilio because it's a physically defensive Murkrow, so I know it can take any hit this thing has. And even if it was Stone Edge, I wouldn't do a lot just because, you know, it's burned. So I go for the Feather Dance just to lower his attack even more. And he goes for the Mach Punch, and being burned, Feather Dance, all that, it's gonna do nothing, so he's gonna be forced to switch here. I think I go for the Nightshade on the switch. Yeah, I do. I go for the Nightshade on the switch, and brings in his Magneton, and that does the big to Magneton because it doesn't have high base HP. So I go for the Roost here on his obvious Thunderbolt just to eliminate my flying typing, so that I could get more burn damage off him and guarantee that my next Nightshade will KO it. Which is what I did, but I probably didn't even need that extra damage, but I just wanted to play it safe because I really need this Murkrow. Anyway, he brings in his Gex, which is his Sceptile. I don't want to be toxic, so I switched back into Scrappy, which is my Scrafty, and then he actually Leech Seeds me, so at this point I was convinced that it was more of a defensive set, so you'll see later on that doesn't really play out to my advantage. Anyway, here I'll just send in my Simisage, because I know I can take the Leech Seed, Leaf Storm, or the Toxic, and he won't be able to do much back to me. So I go for the Brick Break, just because it was the best neutral attack I had, and he actually switches in his GLaDOS, and this thing dies. So that was lucky on my part. Anyway, now he switches in his Dizzy, gets the Intimidate off, but he's burned, so he won't be able to do anything to me, even though I have terrible defenses. But my attacks aren't going to do much to him either, because I'm intimidated. And he got the Citrus Berry there, which is really randomly, but whatever. He goes for the Bulk Up here, and he was hit by his burn, all that, and here it goes for the Mach Punch, and even he's at +1, but he still burns, so it doesn't really do anything. It does maybe like a fifth. And here he goes for the Sucker Punch just to get damage on me before, you know, I kill him. But I actually don't kill him, but he dies from burn anyway, so that's okay. And here it brings in Sceptile, and I thought I could take any hit Sceptile had to dish out at this point, because I did not think it had Focus Blast. So I switched Lycian into which is my Cobalion, into a Focus Blast. It misses, and then I get greedy and I go to try to hit him here, and he gets the second Focus Blast off. So that's bad. And here I should have switched to Mew, but I switched to Basil, which is Simisage. And he has horrible defenses, but I thought I could still take the Focus Blast at over half. But I just can't take it. So I get KO'd anyway, so his Sceptile is starting to do work here. But he makes a bad mistake here. He goes for the Toxic on my Mew. Mew has Synchronized, so it poisons him back. It's not going to badly poison him. Or, wait, yeah, it does badly poison in 5th gen. I forgot about that. They changed this. So he's badly poisoned, and then he Leech Seeds me here. I think I went for the Heal Bell, just because I didn't want to be badly poisoned. And at this point I'm pretty much going to have to switch, because he's going to be healing while he's getting toxic damage, and it's not going to be that effective, bringing him down to low HP so I can Nightshade him. So I actually don't switch. I don't know why I didn't switch. He goes for the Focus Blast, doesn't really do anything, but I guess he didn't want to lower his special attack of Leaf Storm. So I go for another Roost there, and he gets the Leech Seed, all that. His poison damage increases, which is, you know, really important, because the poison damage is really, you know, best way for me to take this thing down. Now that I don't have anyone else, like, I don't really have any of my main attackers around. Anyway, there he did go for the Leaf Storm, and I guess at this point I just decided it was best to Roost Stall him, because Mew can take hits from most things all day, and Sceptile's no exception. And his poison damage is starting to rack up, so he's going to switch to his Ninetales. And I actually made a double switch into my my Murkrow. And at this point, you know, I can KO this thing with Nightshade anyway, because, you know, I'm faster and he's paralyzed. And here he brings in his Wish Cache, And I know this thing's just gonna try to set up in my face, so I torment it. So it can't use the same thing twice in a row. So the next turn I can use the Feather Dance, give him -2. And I know he's not gonna be able to boost again. Wait, not -2, -1, because he was already a +1. So he's at -1 at this point. That attack doesn't really do a lot. So he's gonna switch. I think I roosted on his switch. Yeah, I did. And he brings the Sceptile against Murkrow, because, you know, it's obvious he's just gonna try to Toxic me, because that's the best way he has to KO Murkrow at this point. But his Toxic actually misses there, which is sort of a big deal, but not really, because I have Heal Bell on Mew anyway, so. Anyway, I'm going to switch here. I Nightshade him, you know, you've seen that. So I'm going to switch here just to take the Toxic, and hopefully he'll die from his Toxic damage, either this turn or next turn. Even if he does set up the Leech Seed at this point, I'm pretty sure he'll be so low that Toxic will kill him. Yeah, Toxic kills him here. Mew gets poisoned, all that. He sends back in his Wish Cache, and I just burn it, and it misses. And then he Dragon Dances. So I really didn't burn it, but whatever. Because I know I do get the burn at some point here. Probably next turn. Dragon Dances again. He's at +2 at this point. And I finally get the Will-O-Wisp off. So his boosts are now useless. Because now he's at, you know, pretty much nothing. I'm pretty sure Will-O-Wisp is worth 2 stages of attack. I'm not completely sure though. But anyway, I'm going to send him my Stilio here, my Murkrow, just because he's physically defensive. He's burned. And since he's burned, I know I can take any hit he does. He's at +3 at this point. And I'm going to Feather Dance so I can bring him back to +1, which after the burn will be like nothing. So he goes for the Aqua Tail. It misses because it only uses 90% accuracy, but it's still kind of bad that it missed because, you know, chances of it missing are really low. He goes for another Aqua Tail, and doesn't really do a whole lot, you know, because he's burned. And he forfeited there just because he said, you know, the battle's not going to do anything, so I'm just going to forfeit. And yeah, that was the whole match. And, you know, Mike Dunn 878, comment. I love when people comment rather than just viewing it. So, you know, if you want to leave a comment, say whatever. I always read the comments, you know. Anyway, I'll have another match to upload soon. It'll be a Little Cup match, which is my first Little Cup match. Might upload this later on tonight, and, you know, talk to everyone later. See ya.